God is the source and sustainer of man. No man can exist outside of God. In other words, man will always depend on God. God is pleased when you worship Him and ask Him for your needs and wants. He encourages you to ask. He promised not to withhold anything good from anyone, especially His children, those that have accepted the Lord of Christ over them. If you are His child and you're lacking in anything, then you are the one depriving yourself of your right. The Bible makes it clear in James 1 verse 7, "All generous giving and every perfect gift are from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or the slightest hint of change." By this, be sure that anything you need or desire, God is willing to give you. Therefore, you have no excuse except you have not asked. The Bible contains the stories of people that have asked God for one thing or the other, and they have received it. That same God has not changed. He said He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Do you lack basic life needs? Food, clothing, and shelter? Ask of the Lord, and He shall provide for you. He has provided for you. Pray and ask Him to open your eyes to see the provisions He has made for you. You will do yourself no good by worrying about them. Jesus made it clear in His teaching that you should never worry about those things: what to eat, what to wear, and where to live. He said those are the things that unbelievers worry about, and as such, it should not be your case as a believer too. Jesus went further to say, "Ask and ye shall receive, knock and it will be opened, seek and you shall find." Jesus has said it, so never doubt it. Prophet Elijah was fed by a stingy bird, the raven, because God commanded it to feed him. How much more you, His child, now? This is to say that even when it looks as though there's no way by human reasoning for you to get what you need, because God is involved, there will always be a way. He is the way maker. Hagar, the maidservant of Sarah, found herself and the child she's carrying in the wilderness after she was sent out by Abraham. She was tired and weary, and she concluded that the child too will die, so she placed him away from her because she doesn't want to watch him die. She cried and called on God for help. The child cried too, and God answered her. He first opened her eyes to see what she needed most at that time, a well of water, and thereafter received promises for the child. Don't hesitate to call on God for anything that you lack. If you lack a spouse when it's obvious that you are enough physically, emotionally, and financially, and there is none, it looks as if men are far away from you or women don't come close to you, then ask of the Lord. He is still in the business of providing spouses for His children. He provided for the first man, and He's led those that allow Him and asked Him for their spouses. It's not a thing to be shy about not asking the Father. He's willing to help you, but He doesn't force Himself or His will on anyone. Therefore, asking Him to help you search for a life partner is trusting Him to get you the best, and you can rest assured that you'll never regret His choice for you. Maybe yours is not the case of a life partner, but you've been married for long now and you are yet to conceive. Don't worry yourself, but ask of the Lord. He is faithful to grant you your heart's desire. Psalms 127 verse 3 says, "Behold, children are a heritage of Yahweh. The fruit of the womb is His reward." As a child of God, you're entitled to His blessings, and one of such blessings is the gift of children. Therefore, ask Him when you don't have. Abraham asked for his wife, Sarah, and God answered him. At the appointed time, the promised son was born. It was beyond the comprehension of science and medicine. A 100-year-old man and a 90-year-old woman cannot conceive and give birth. It seemed impossible, but with God all things are possible. No matter what your case may be, no matter what the doctors have diagnosed and concluded over you, God has the final say. Ask Him to help you. You will be sure to testify of His goodness and faithfulness. He owns the universe and everything therein. He's not limited in His capacity, and He will answer you. He didn't create man to be idle from the beginning. He gave man work to do. So if you don't have work that you are doing and you ask Him, you're asking according to His will, and already because He doesn't like idleness. He will answer. He will provide for the work that you will enjoy and bring glory to Him. When you are jobless and ask God for help, He sometimes gives you ideas or initiatives that will not only be for your generation, but for those unborn too. This is because when you trust God, He enlarges your scope beyond your capacity to His capacity, depending on how willing and yielding you are. Therefore, ask God to help you, but don't limit Him in any way. Do not allow the devil to torment you with sickness and disease any further. Take your stand today and ask God for healing. Don't ask and doubt. Don't ask and entertain fear. Don't ask and question your healing. When you ask and doubt, the Bible says that you're a double-minded man. With that, you should not expect to receive anything from God, because a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Therefore, when you ask for your healing, believe that you've received it, and it shall be so. In other words, ask with faith. God has healed so many people in the Bible, starting from the Old Testament through the hands of the prophets, even to non-Israelites like Naaman, the Assyrian captain who had leprosy and was healed through prophet Elisha. Jesus too walked the earth and did a lot of miracles, including healing the sick. He said, quote, "As I see my Father do, I do also," end quote. Meaning it is the Father's delight to heal people of sickness and diseases, free those that are oppressed or tormented by demons, and so forth. Many didn't wait for Him to meet them and heal them. They took the steps of faith and got their healings, like the woman with the issue of blood for 12 years. She didn't just sit at home and wish that Jesus came to her. She only made up her mind to touch the hem of His garment, and she got her healing. How much more do you know as a believer? Don't dwell on the doctor's report. Ask God for your healing. He said, "For everyone that asks, receives." Refuse to accept anything short of good health and a sound mind. Ask for it. He will surely give you.